Hey guys, welcome back to 2A Wolf. It's time to work on the door. Hey, welcome back to 2A Wolf. I've been struggling with this door thing and I'll show you why. I've been really wanting to do a couple of different type of things on this door. Okay, so the first thing, what I don't want. I don't want a lift up door, kind of like on your normal, truck topper, because when you come out of here, when you come out of the bed stuff, I want to stand up all the way, and I can't do that if there's a door above my head. And I'm a big guy. Plus, I want to stand on here and be able to get on the roof real easy. So I don't want the door in the way. So this is what I decided to attempt. I'm going to make a swing open door, because this drawer is going to slide out and have the stove on it. So I'm going to have a slide out drawer, have a stove on it. And this door, so I'm going to cut this door to be even, almost even with the outside of the drawer. So that way, when the door is open, I'm going to have this 4-foot panel right in front of me, and I can actually hang lightweight stuff, but hang utensils and stuff on there as I'm cooking. Now, I'm not going to make it so it's over the stove, because I don't want it to catch fire. So here's some of the planning it's involved with this. Okay, so some of the planning. I was going to show you on the board, but there's other measurements I just don't want to erase. You can imagine that the weight is going to be on the door, pulling downward here. So part of this is going to be a 2x6 out to about here. That'll be bolted by the angle iron or screwed by the angle iron, and plus the plywood and stuff like that. So that part will be reinforced. This part is going to be the foam plus the 1/2-inch sheeting, and then this part will be reinforced because I'm going to put a slide bolt here. So I want to make it so I can lock it from the outside, but I don't want somebody locking it while I'm inside. So I'll fix that so nobody can lock me when I'm on the inside. And on the inside, I'm going to have another slide bolt so I can lock it from the inside when I'm inside the trailer, inside the camper. That's what we got to do. So I got to cut the plywood, make sure the plywood fits really good. I'll get the 2x6. Let me show you. I'll do it this way. I think you guys can see it. I'm going to do it this way. All right, so imagine this. I'm going to have this 2x10, excuse me. I'm going to have that there. I'm going to have a sheet of plywood go over that. It'll be flush all the way across. I'm going to cut back enough where the hinges are, and plus I wanted the door to be back. I'm going to put this on both sides. So this will be heavily secured to the camper, and then a piece of this wood is where the hinge is going to be to give stability to the rest of the door. Think you guys are following along? So I'm going to try that. Okay, so check the fitness. And it seems like it's pretty tight. I can see that the roof did bow down. Looks like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And that'll go away when I get the angle piece up there and get it squared. I think that'll work. I know it's too tall this way because I'm going to have to cut off. I'm guessing probably maybe even up to a 1/2 inch, because not only is, the tailgate's even bowed too. But anyways, I'm I know I'll have to cut some off because I'll have to have that weather stripping in here. So that way the tailgate can open and close. So I will have to plan on that. I got the 2x6 installed. I went ahead and screwed it in place. Went ahead and did both sides. Now we just got to check the fit. Except my fingers are probably not going to fit. Start to kick at it. Screw in the way? Okay, so if you can envision, now I got the 2x6 all the way out to here, which gives me enough room to put a hinge right about there, and then one down from the top, something like that, wherever that is. So that way, I'm going to have right on about where this is, I'll cut, and then this will be secured to the 2x6, which is going to be all secured with the angle iron. And then this part, actually, did I cut it back further? Oh, excuse me. I'm going to cut it back further. Right about there. So these two, so I'm going to cut it right about here. These two will be on part of that 2x6 because it's right here. And then these will be just on the plywood. So that way there's enough bite to hold the door. This will be the lightest part because it's going to be foam filled in that. You following me? That's the plan and I'm sticking to it. Sorry if the fan's bothering you, but it is hot today. Okay, cut the foam to fit in between our two boards we talked about. So that's going to be the inside. And we're just going to let it cure. See how it goes. I got the panel on there, the foam panel on there. Now I just need to put it up and then I need to trace out exactly where the Formica stuff's going to go. We'll say 27.5. Okay, there it is. Alrighty, got the sandbags on this. We got it laid out. Oh, looks like it moved. Well, it is what it is. I can always dress it up later. But I did come into a little bit of a dilemma. Alright. So a little bit of dilemma, but fixable. So I did the tower of power there. That is a 6-switch panel that I put in. And then I realized that the wiring I set up for my left and right alley and the 2 floods I'm putting here and the camera is all going to come out of this one. But the rear tower of power is only 3 switches. So left, right, 1 for each flood is 4. I need that switch panel back here and I need this one up there. Okay, some of the extra stuff that I did, I went ahead and put in a interior light and show you what I did with that switch. Oh, as far as the battery goes, I realized that I had a 12-volt power supply. So I hooked up the 12-volt power supply and took that $55 battery back. So there's the box, and that's what I did with the power switch. So I haven't tightened it down because obviously I have to take it back out, but that's what I did, the power switch. And I'm going to put the limiter switch somewhere, hook that up. So when you take this cover off, the switch kicks on and it's going to turn on an interior light for this compartment. So in preparation for the door, went ahead and channeled out the foam. I put wire for that floodlight, did the wire for the ceiling light, did the wire for the other floodlight, have it channeled all the way out, because all this is going to be in the new tower power with all the switches, 6 switches. Okay, so issue number 1. So the top of the edge of the truck, it does bow down about maybe 1/4 of an inch. So this wall, when I test fit it, it's pretty tight, but I have to have enough room for the tailgate to close underneath the bottom edge. Okay, so that's the first deal. So if I put it up in there and get it good and tight, and then put the cross channel in to make sure that the top stays straight and the door is in place, or the frame of the door is in place, I still got to cut out where my door is going to be. So I'm a little nervous because this is the last of the material that I have to make a complete door. It is kind of heavy, but just because I added the 2x10 on the ends to give it rigidity and plus to hang the hinges and the latch, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm just gonna have to triple measure it 6,000 times and just try to get it done. Okay, a command decision was made. We're just gonna put the rear panel all together, and we will secure it in the back of the truck. We'll secure it in place, and then we're gonna cut the door out while it hangs there. Okay, kind of a big day. We're gonna set the panel in place so that way we have the frame for our door. Seems like it's getting heavier every time I get up here. Okay, now I gotta get... Okay, got the wire through. A little harder to get the wire through, but it is what it is. Now I just have to figure out where that door is going to be, something like that. Probably just on the inside of this 2x10 that I put in here. So it's probably going to be right about there and right about there. And I got to leave enough space so I can get the lights on there. So today's the day. So this was the plan. Went ahead and made a guide, and it's going to cut all the way up, cut all the way across, and then I'll cut down over there, wherever that line is. So, nervous as all hell, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, so kind of a milestone. Rough cut in the door. And I just went ahead and put this type of lock thing on it. And the big thing was, that way it can go open real easy. But, so that drawer is going to slide out, and right here is going to be the stove. And I didn't want that above the stove. I wanted it to be behind the stove. And the wife had a good idea. Get a magnetic bar put up there. And that way I can put my utensils up there as I'm cooking. So, and it's kind of like a dry erase board. Whew. So, yep, that's a milestone. Oh, wow. So I had to adjust the hinges a few times and that type of stuff, but I still got some, had to adjust the hinges a few times, but so what I'm going to do is get some 3/4 aluminum, mounts around that, 3/4 aluminum, and then I'm going to have a rubber strip on the inside of that. Probably don't need it since the TPO is right here, but, and then I do have a bar that goes along the bottom here. Oh, so that's a milestone. Whew. Hey, listen, thanks a lot for following along on 2A Wolf. I think next week I got to do the rear switch panel. Get the electronics all the way done. I did get the 2 lights up, and the camera I got to put back, but I got the rear view camera on there. So interior is going to be the next step. So we'll get started on finishing up the bed, get the little stuff done, get the wires done. Wow. A lot of stuff, but I'm excited. So anyways, thanks again for following along on 2A Wolf. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share the video if you would please. And I'll see you next time on 2A Wolf.